My next recipe takes the humble pancake to a whole new level of flavour and excitement. Soft, fiery and irresistible. Spicy pancakes.
One of the secrets to good cooking is learning to use your imagination. When it comes to brunches, you don't have to stick to the old standbys. These delicious, spicy pancakes are a really great alternative, but more importantly, so easy to do. Start off by toasting your cumin. It's a dry roast, basically. Non-stick pan, just a touch of seasoning. The salt helps to dry out the cumin even more. And then fresh ginger. Slice them nice and thinly. Stack it back up, and then just slice nice little thin slices in there. And then keep that bunched up. Shake the chilli.
Removing the seeds will prevent things getting too hot.
Now, garlic. Nice. Now,
add olive oil to your toasted cumin seeds, and in with the garlic, ginger and chilli.
Lovely. And it feels strange when you talk about garlic for breakfast, but the time I spent in India, everybody was eating something savoury for breakfast. It was extraordinary. Into your bowl.
And set aside. Next, the pancake filling. Add olive oil to a hot pan.
Mustard seeds in. Now they'll start dancing the minute they hit the pan.
Then finely slice an onion.
Onions in. A little teaspoon of turmeric. Sprinkle that in, and look at the colour. An instant change. Leftover potatoes, just slice them. The smell is incredible. Potatoes in now. Spread the potatoes across the pan. I want the potatoes stained. I want them sort of absorbing all that really nice turmeric, acting like a sponge. Season those potatoes, and it really helps to bring out the spice beautifully. They're ready. Turn off the gas and let them sit there and absorb all those flavours.
Back to the pancake batter. Add plain flour to your cooled garlic, chilli, ginger and cumin seeds.
A touch of salt and pepper. Nothing worse than the bland pancake. 1 whole egg, milk. Hold the jug with one hand and whisk with the other. The secret is to get that really nice, smooth paste, but whisking that egg first. That brings it together, and then your milk in. Don't put all the milk in, because then you're going to get a lumpy pancake mix. And if you put less milk in, it really helps it not going lumpy. Look at that, milk in. And the secret for me is to have a nice thin mix. Now, just a little teaspoon of oil. That helps to bring a nice crispy edge to the mixture. Now, just taste. That's the texture. Pan on. The larger the pan, the better. It helps to create a nice, thin, even surface. I want that mix going all the way around the pan. Before you put the mixture into the pan, make sure you give your pancake mix a really nice stir. Pan is nice and hot. Turn down the gas. A touch of olive oil in. Get that nice. Whisk with one hand. Pan to the mix. In. 1½ ladles. And then roll it around. So it's really nice and thin. I want to see the ginger, the garlic. That's what I'm looking for. In there. Now back onto the heat. It only starts to remove from the bottom of the pan and lifts itself up once it's cooked. These little bubbles confirm that it's just starting to lift off the pan. A little shake, that releases it. And then just shake it to the end. And toss. If you haven't got the confidence of tossing, then use a spatula and turn it over. Now, that's exactly what I want, that nice sort of crisp edge around the side. The colour on the pancake is so important. Now, roll it round and just let it slide out beautifully. Now, for the exciting part, filling them. Take your potatoes, just sort of have a really nice imaginary line. And then just very carefully roll that nice and tightly. Tuck it underneath there, put it back and roll. Beautiful.
The delicious pancakes are ready to eat, but with a simple dipping sauce, they'll be a real treat. Just mix chopped coriander with natural yogurt.
That's a really nice cooling agent. Sit that on the side. And that, for me, is a great brunch. Delicious, spicy pancakes. Amazing.
A dish that takes as much time to write on a blackboard as it does to cook. Chickpea, cumin and spinach koftas with tahini dressing. In a blender, put tinned chickpeas, cumin seeds, paprika and turmeric, and blitz to a paste. Next, wilt spinach in olive oil and chop finely. Then add to the chickpea mixture. Sprinkle in gram flour, made from finely ground chickpeas, then shape golf ball-sized chunks of the mixture using a spoon and rest in the fridge. When ready to cook, heat oil in a frying pan. Shallow fry the koftas until golden brown on all sides. Then rest them on kitchen paper to absorb any excess oil. For an easy dipping sauce, mix yogurt with a dollop of tahini and a squeeze of lemon. Then stir in freshly chopped coriander. A mouth-watering dish that's perfect for sharing. Chickpea, cumin and spinach koftas with tahini dressing. Time is chili chicken with ginger and coriander. Start by chopping chicken thighs into pieces. Now on with the marinade. Chop garlic, ginger, red chili, and lemon juice. In a pan, toast coriander and cumin seeds to release their flavors, grind and add to the chicken. Then pour over plain yogurt. Add turmeric and season. Mix and leave to marinate from 2 hours to overnight. Next, fry chopped onions in olive oil. Then add chopped garlic and ginger, ground coriander, garam masala, and turmeric. Tomato puree and butter. Next, add the marinated chicken and all the remaining marinade and cook until tender. Finally, top with coriander. Marinated for flavor and cooked in 20 minutes. Chili chicken with ginger and coriander, a simple, stress-free wonder. To keep old dishes fresh and exciting, it's great to get spicy. My next recipe is a time-honoured British classic, but with the addition of spices, it's given a new lease of life. Fragrant spiced rice pudding.
I love cooking with spices, but you don't have to just cook savoury dishes. Using aromatics and spices across desserts takes your puddings to a completely different level. First off, our spices. This is a fresh vanilla pod, fragrant and packed full of flavour. Use the back of the knife and flatten it. That removes all those little seeds off the skin of the vanilla pod. Take your knife, slice down the middle, and then when you open that up, the smell is incredible. Take the tip of the knife and you scrape inside, and look, all those seeds dying to come out. That is incredible. There are thousands of seeds still ingrained to the pod, so put them in to the casserole. Cardamom, powerful, spicy. Take 2 little pods, place your knife on top, and lightly crack them.
Cracking the cardamom pods helps release all the amazing flavour.
Cloves gives it that kind of aniseed flavour with a lot of depth. 1, 2, 3. Cinnamon stick. Snap and in. Just smelling that level of fragrance, you can imagine what the rice pudding is going to taste of. Turn on the heat. Lightly toast those spices just a couple of seconds. And what's going to happen is just going to sort of enhance those spices in a way that it just draws out an even more powerful fragrance. Coconut milk in. sugar, 2 tablespoons. Milk. And then a couple of tablespoons of cream.
Bring it slowly to the boil to allow the flavours to infuse.
And this rice pudding reminds me of my time in India, where I got really into that chai tea fragrance, because it was just so delicious and so comforting. Take a lime in. The lime just cuts through the richness of the coconut, gives it that nice little bit of acidity. Goes fantastically well with the cinnamon and that fresh vanilla. Nice. Have a taste. Now, let's come up to the boil. Give it a nice little clean round the outside and in with the rice.
Use 200 grams of pudding rice. Don't wash it beforehand because the starch helps thicken the rice pudding in the oven.
And just turn that down to a light simmer. And the pudding rice starts to open up and it absorbs all that coconut, vanilla, cardamom, clove and cinnamon. Bring it up to the boil gently and cook it out for 3 to 5 minutes. Boiling it rapidly, the rice opens up and it goes into mush, so we want to keep that nice texture of that sort of fragrant rice pudding on a gentle simmer.
Next, a little luxury.
I want to show you how I take this simple, delicious, aromatic rice pudding to a completely different level. Here's what I do. Take 2 egg yolks, separate them. Now give that a really nice whisk. 2 nice tablespoons of mascarpone cheese. Whisk that into the egg yolks. Just so it's nice and smooth. It's almost like finishing the rice pudding in a delicious custard. Turn off the gas, add that into the rice pudding. And what happens, it starts to enrich and really thicken this rice pudding and takes it to a completely different level. The rice is still not cooked, but it's starting to go nice and soft. You can just see how it's opening up. But look, it's like rich, aromatic lava bubbling away.
Finally, grate more citrus zest.
The lime on top. Roasted, caramelised lime zest on top of a rice pudding is phenomenal.
Then put it in the oven for 15 minutes at 200 degrees to finish cooking the rice and develop the intensely aromatic flavours.
Look at that. An incredibly fragrant rice pudding. How beautiful does that look?
Spices are a brilliant way of helping classic dishes come alive. I'll guarantee you'll never ever have had a rice pudding like this before.